Joplin, Missouri. Andrew Ralston mans the register at a music store. His life about to flash before his eyes. Shoppers walk casually through the aisles when suddenly an out-of-control pickup slams into a metal beam along the outside wall. Bulldozing Andrew in a wave of destruction.
1 second, I heard screeching tires outside. Next thing I knew, I was sitting on the ground. The counter knocked over the wall, falling in.
The pickup driver is uninjured, but Andrew stumbles to his feet and staggers across the store, knowing he could have been rolled under the rubble to certain death.
When it comes down to it, it was that beam that kept the truck from coming through the store, because if the truck had come through, it would have plowed me over and just not stopped. I feel very lucky.
When a freak accident nearly ended his life, fortune spared Andrew from a deadly fate. Mount Shasta, California. Pro skier Derek Spong is all psyched up to film a daring jump. He's supposed to hit this ramp at over 60 miles an hour and fly more than 100 feet in the air. But one thing he didn't plan on is a landing that could kill him. Derek comes up 5 feet too short. He slams into the wall of ice and snow with bone-crushing force. Ski official Richard Coots rushes to Derek's aid.
He literally exploded when he came up short. Just like watching someone throw a water balloon against a wall.
Derek is unconscious and bleeding badly. Richard fears his chances of survival are slim.
Quite frankly, that's what I thought, that he was bleeding out and dying.
Derek's airlifted to a hospital with a torn aorta and a ruptured spleen. Yet amazingly, he survives.
The last thing I remember was hitting the jump and jumping as hard as I could. And then the next thing I know, I'm strapped to the stretcher. I guess there's a 90% chance people who suffer my injury die at the scene.
Thankfully, Derek beat those odds and cheated death. Fayetteville, Arkansas. 2 officers find a man just seconds from being burned alive inside his own car. The driver is trapped in the fiery wreck, and the flames are spreading.
It was one of those things we had to act and act fast. So I knew that he was either going to live or die over this incident.
He was calling for help, begging us for help, moaning in pain.
Braving the searing heat, officers tried desperately to free the man.
We broke out windows to try to pull him out that way, but it just wasn't working.
We're trying! We gotta use the fire extinguisher.
I was just afraid that I was going to have to watch this man burn alive. I knew that we had to get him out.
Suddenly, the car is engulfed. The driver screams in terror.
I can't see nothing, man.
In an act of sheer will, the officers grab hold of the blistering hot door and pry it back. Reaching their arms inside the inferno, they yank the man out.
I don't know what possessed us to bend the passenger side door down. I know Corporal Crosby grabbed it first and bent it out. I mean, almost peeled it like you were popping the top on a can.
Are you okay? You okay? Pick up your headquarters. We've extracted one.
Their relentless efforts pay off. Despite severe burns, the driver lives through this white-hot encounter with death.
Coming up, a crook turns his car into a 6-cylinder weapon and gets a .38 caliber response from police. Plus, an ultralight engine unexpectedly stalls, sending the pilot into a deadly plunge. Later, a race car on the skids zeroes in on helpless spectators. That's straight ahead on Most Daring Cheating Death.